All right, let's dive in. Today, we're going to look at a weather app. But hold on, this isn't just any weather app. This is really a case study in what happens when a developer decides to pack 18 powerful features into one application, completely rethinking what a simple utility can even be. So think about the weather app on your phone right now. Is it just fine, maybe a little boring? What if it could offer you way deeper data, ironclad privacy, and a seamless experience all at once? Well, we're about to explore an app that tries to do exactly that. Let's start with the foundation, because before you even see a single temperature, the most radical design choice has already been made. This app is built from the ground up to be both completely free and totally private. You know how most weather apps make you jump through hoops? You got to get an API key, which often means dealing with usage limits or even paid plans. Well, this app's architecture is totally different. It's built on open and accessible APIs. And what that means for you is no signups, no keys, and no limits. It's just 100% free. So you're probably wondering, how does it remember my settings without an account? The answer is pretty cool. Local storage. See, the app has no backend server storing your information. Every setting you change, every city you save, it all stays right there on your device. That means no accounts, no logins, and absolutely zero data harvesting. And this whole no backend thing has some really direct benefits for you. Your favorite locations, saved right to your device. Your language preferences remembered. Even your last search is kept handy just for convenience. The bottom line here is you get all the features of personalization without ever sacrificing your privacy. Okay, so that's pillar number one. Now for the second, the data itself. A weather app is only as good as its information, right? And this is where things get really deep and, honestly, surprisingly smart. So just how much data are we talking about? When you look at the hourly charts in this app, you're not just looking at a forecast. You're looking at a full 24-hour story. And here's a feature most apps just completely miss. It shows you 12 hours into the past and 12 hours into the future. This gives you such powerful context. You can actually see if a storm is getting worse or better, instead of just trying to guess where it's going. And you can visualize all this data across 8 different interactive graphs. We're talking everything from the basics like temperature and precipitation to more advanced stuff like UV index, visibility, and even atmospheric pressure. It's basically a comprehensive dashboard for your own little microclimate. You know, making data accessible also means speaking your language. This app has a total translation into 5 different languages. And when I say total, I mean it. Every single menu, every alert, even the detailed weather descriptions are fully localized. That is a level of detail you just rarely see. So we have a private foundation and we've got deep data, but how does it actually feel to use? Well, that brings us to the user experience, which is built on a really modern design philosophy. One of the first things you'll notice is that the app doesn't just have some static background, it's dynamic. The entire look and feel of the app changes to reflect the actual time of day where you are. This means you get 4 distinct visual themes throughout the day. It kind of wakes up with you at sunrise, brightens for the day, transitions into this warm sunset, and finally settles into a cool night theme. It makes the app feel alive, connected to the world outside. The little details really matter too. For instance, the favorite system isn't just a boring list. When you save a location, the star icon doesn't just change color, no way. It turns a brilliant gold and gives off a subtle little pulse. It's a small touch, sure, but this kind of visual feedback makes the app feel responsive and just really satisfying to use. And that attention to detail is just everywhere. The design is mobile first with these super smooth animations and a sleek, semi-transparent glass morphism effect that gives it a modern layered look. You even get audio alerts for severe weather. And because it's a progressive web app, you can install it directly to your home screen, no app store needed. How cool is that? So we have the foundation, the data, and the experience. And when you put it all together, you get to the single most important takeaway from this app, what we're calling the 18-feature difference. I want you to think about all the advanced features we just discussed, the past and future charts, the dynamic backgrounds, the full multi-language support, the back-endless privacy. Most weather apps on the market might pick 2, maybe 3 of these to build their product around. This app, however, didn't just pick a few. It integrated every single one of them.
We are talking about a total of 18 distinct, powerful, user-focused features packed into one single application.
And that brings us right to the core thesis from the developers themselves. Most weather apps have 2 or 3 of these advanced features. This app has all 18. So the crucial point isn't just that it has more features, it's that it combines them into a single, cohesive, and incredibly powerful tool. And that leaves us with a final question. I mean, sure, this was about a weather app, but the philosophy behind it applies everywhere. What if more of the software we use every single day was built with this much thought, this much care, and this much respect for its users? What would that digital world even look like? Thanks for watching.